Welcome to Jakarta, the heart of Indonesia. In this travel vlog, I'll be exploring some parts of Jakarta and show you some insights into the largest metropole in Southeast Asia. From cultural landmarks to delicious food, let's dive in. My first impression of Soekarno-Hatta Airport arriving into Jakarta is that it's spacious and functional. It's not luxurious like the Dubai airport, but I was particularly impressed by the architects trying to make the airport greener with vegetations decorating the walls. I thought the air was hotter and more humid than Singapore as I exited the airport. Coupled with the smell of Indonesian cigarettes, I can't wait to get into the car and be on my way to the hotel. This is my first time visiting Jakarta, Indonesia, so I don't know what to expect given that I've heard that traffic congestion is pretty bad in this city. I had a friend that told me that it was absolutely essential to clear my bladder before traveling anywhere in Indonesia, especially Jakarta. Not wanting to experience the same fun, I was expecting the traffic jam to be a lot worse than this. I was kind of taken aback when I saw cars driving on bike lanes. Maybe rules in Jakarta are made so that they can be broken. Upon arrival at the hotel, there were security staff with sniffer dogs and mirrors to check for bombs under the car. I had to scan my luggage through X-ray machines. Living in a country where I do not have to worry about my safety and security, it is easy to take such luxury for granted. Let's check out the room at Regis Hotel. There is even a balcony where I can see the pool below. I had my dinner in Huse Rooftop Setiabudi, which is a stone throw away from the hotel. Returning back to the hotel after dinner, I realized my luggage was damaged. Sushi. There were a lot of Japanese expat housewives at Regis gathering for morning coffee, and I'm not too sure why. If you have not been to Southeast Asia before, Grab is the equivalent of Uber. It is a very convenient app where you can use it to order a ride or even deliver your food. In Indonesia, Gojek is the primary app instead of Grab. Now I found the prices of Grab in Indonesia to be more competitive than Gojek, and that's the reason why I'm using it. Grand Indonesia is listed as a tourist attraction simply for being one of the largest malls in Southeast Asia. I'm not a big fan of malls, nor am I a person who likes to go crazy shopping. The primary reason why I'm coming here is to replace my broken luggage. After purchasing my luggage, it's time for lunch. I realized that the mall is huge and there were so many dining options. I have decided to have something fast and simple, which is not a fast food restaurant. I came to this place called Three Uncles Express. This is a Hong Kong-style dim sum restaurant which is halal. One of my favorite activities is to compare Chinese food whenever I travel to a new country. I find it intriguing because Chinese food often have to be adapted to fit local taste buds, and they may not always taste the same. On my way back to the hotel, I have noticed the public transportation system, in particular the buses, to be different from those in Singapore, Malaysia, or any parts of the world. The bus platform looks extremely modern and is very effective in beating the heavy congestion of Jakarta. To be honest, in my opinion, I think the infrastructure in Jakarta is better than my expectations. It's probably even better and more well maintained than in Malaysia. I thought the platforms were metro lines initially. For my curiosity, can anyone let me know why bus systems in Indonesia are built on elevated platforms? Is it because Jakarta is prone to flooding and the bus operators have future-proofed it against climate change? It is interesting to see how quickly Indonesia is developing and its effort to move towards mass public transportation. Urban planning not done properly will take years to reverse and hinder the development of a city. It seems that St. Regis bar is rated as one of the best bar in Jakarta, and I also went to the Vue Rooftop Bar. What is the most interesting about Vue Rooftop Bar is the 360-degree view of the entire Jakarta cityscape. I decided to take a quick dip in the pool of the hotel for the morning and keep up with my reading. And in the afternoon, I've decided to try another restaurant that specializes in meat. The restaurant Animale has a fantastic view of Jakarta in the day, and there were surprisingly little people given how well rated it is. I feel that the restaurants in Jakarta looks very fancy. To show you how fancy things are, you can just look at the elevator. The elevator looks like a kaleidoscope and that really elevates you to a different level. Too bad if you don't get the pun. Based on a local recommendation, I came to this massage place called Bersih Sehat. According to the translation, it means clean and healthy. Interesting name, I must say. A 1.5 hour massage goes for 270,000 rupiah. I find this establishment to be a fascinating concept. Not only is it a massage place, but it is also a cafe and restaurant serving Japanese food. This is what the room looks like. Now after the massage, I'm all relaxed, and the last thing I want to do is to hunt for a place to eat. For clients waiting for their massage, they can chill at the cafe and chat with their friends. I think it is only in Indonesia where business owners are willing to explore unconventional ideas, and it works. Here I am waiting for my taxi to go back to the hotel. The most incredible thing that happened was the taxi was nowhere to be found. After 30 minutes, I found a taxi within the residential estate. Not only was the driver apologetic, but he was also very patient. I cannot imagine taxi drivers in Singapore to react similarly, because time is money. I find that Indonesians are very service-oriented, which is a boon for tourism. When I got back to the hotel, I realized that St. Regis was organizing a complimentary Christmas dinner for all hotel guests to appreciate their loyalty. Just look at all the food and drinks that was available. Honestly, this is what I call exceptional top-notch service. It definitely blew my mind. Indonesia is definitely a world beater in tourism if it continues its course like this. So far, I have just experienced the luxurious side of Jakarta. And this is the real Jakarta. Rather than taking Grab or taxi all the time, I decided to try out the metro or bus. I had a difficulty trying to get to the elevated bus platforms because the bridges are not too user-friendly.
What? What's your problem?
And I finally found my way up to the bridge. Given Jakarta is a rapidly developing city, I can see many construction sites for luxury condos in the making. I had a little problem because I do not have any cash on me. The automatic ticket machine is written all in Bahasa Indonesia and it only accepts e-money or cash, not credit cards. The staff at the station had to help me with translating to English. Fortunately, I had an idea of transferring Indonesian rupiah to the staff using a cross-border payment app so she can purchase tickets on my behalf. After getting to the platform, I tried to quickly board the bus and was shooed out. It dawned on me that Indonesia is a Muslim country and there are buses to segregate men and women. My bad.
Uh-oh.
Wise is the cross-border payment app that I use to transfer money to the station staff. It has real-time exchange rates with more than 40 currencies with arguably the lowest fees in the world. Within seconds, I was able to send her money directly into her bank account using just her telephone number. Traveling by the bus or metro in Jakarta means you will avoid all the congestions, and it is cheaper than taxi or Grab. I have finally arrived at the National Museum of Indonesia. This is one impressive looking structure outside the museum while I'm walking towards the ticketing office. Bags are not allowed in the museum and I had to put away my bag in a locker nearby. Let's take a tour of the National Museum of Indonesia. I did not walk all the way to the base of the obelisk at the Merdeka Square because it was a very hot day. Instead, I preferred to take a video of the guards on horses. I came to a museum called Museum MACAN. This is a contemporary modern art museum and has some really disturbing macabre art on exhibition at the moment. This is definitely not a museum that I will come back as I do not appreciate art like this. Then I had coffee at a Vietnamese restaurant. I ordered a cup of egg coffee and it's my first time having this popular Vietnamese coffee. It is sweet, foamy and tasted custardy. While in the taxi, I saw a group of people collecting money from cars as they went by. I realized that these people are directing the traffic and using their bodies as an obstacle to create a traffic opening for paying motorists. What a way to make a living. I was recommended to come to Sentosa seafood restaurant. According to my source, this place is the best place to have seafood. Apparently the food is so amazing that this person would fly to Jakarta just to have dinner here. There are a wide variety of seafood ranging from shellfish, clams to shrimps, crabs and lobsters. I ended up picking shrimps with fried rice and a steamed lobster. For some reason, looking at the live seafood killed a little bit of my appetite. This restaurant looks very local and I must say the hygiene can be improved. The fried rice was surprisingly good, but the shrimp and lobster were just average. This is the last dinner I had in Jakarta and I must say I did not really like this restaurant. For the last night, I visited another rooftop bar called Henshin. This bar is rated as the top 80 bar in Asia. There were almost no one here on a Saturday night and I finished my champagne before going back for a good night rest. Time passed really quickly in Jakarta as I worked, travelled, explored, shopped and dined. Jakarta turned out to be way better than my expectation. I did not come across any potholes on the expressway while travelling on the road, unlike in Malaysia, and it is obvious that the government is putting efforts to modernise the public transportation. The nightlife in Jakarta is more dynamic and less costly compared to Singapore. I had a fantastic stay at St. Regis and the staff were nothing but excellent. Indonesia has come a long way since its independence from Dutch colonial rule. With almost a 280 million population, Indonesia has a vast potential for rapid development. It is an eye-opener to visit Jakarta. If you have not already known, it is a habit of mine to visit the lounge at every airport. As I've previously mentioned, you can tell a lot about the country by the organization, the layout, and even the stuff at the airport. So let's check out Plaza Premium. The lounge is huge. There are coffee, tea, fruits, and some hot food available.
Oh, hi. So,
Just taking for is a
yes,
flight?
Singapore Airlines.
It's a flight we
So, what is this here?
we have curry laksa.
Curry laksa.
Yeah, and
Can-
meatballs.
Can I have one, please? Curry laksa. Thank
Anything
you.
else?
That's all for now.
Can keep this.
Okay, sure. All right, thank you.
Have you travelled to Jakarta before? Please share your experience and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.